Hello everyone, welcome to season 1 episode 1 of Ask Liga. So, I'm still not sure why my iPhone doesn't do horizontal Facebook lives in the group, because I just did one in my Facebook page where I was all by myself talking to myself, and it was good. So I need to figure out, because in the page I got it like, this is actually my first iPhone. I got it literally like 5 days ago. So I haven't had a chance to actually play with them. So welcome. So today I want to talk about starting your weekly show. I already told you a little bit about what these shows are going to be about. And so I'm just going to adjust my... So what I decided to do is on my business page, which is called Liga, you can actually get the link to it in the landing page I created for my weekly show. And there I'm going to be talking about things that... how to do business your way. Not whether... Yeah. You basically, if you want to know, just go and listen to... And so every week is going to be a different topic. And so yeah, every week is going to be a different topic. And we're going to meeting every week at 6 p.m. Central European Time every Wednesday for Business My Way, and 6:30 it will be Ask Liga. And you will actually have option to... I'm not sure if you... Hi Rita, welcome to my first show. So basically, I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh Rita, you distracted me. So basically, yeah, and the Ask Liga is going to be about how to set things up. Like, for example, today I'm going to be talking about weekly shows. What I did for myself and what I do, hi Rita, and what I've seen and set up for my clients. And so, where do we start? Like, for example, first you have to choose whether you want to do weekly show. And why would you want to do that? So there are multiple reasons why you want to start your weekly show. For example, you create your... you start to build your own audience, and you start to share your experience. You start to share your skills, and people get to know you. This is basically... And I found that this is the easiest way to actually create free content for your current customers and potential customers. Because somebody told me that a person to buy something from you, they have to see at least 22 different pieces of content. Whether it's a blog post, whether it's a weekly show, whether that's random Facebook Live or free class or call, it just could be anything. And so basically, yeah, you're exposing yourself to clients, and they get to know you, what you do, and they actually get to see that you actually kind of know something about the topic. And it creates more visibility for you as a business person, entrepreneur, or... because I've been doing online business since 2012. And I've been kind of doing back-end stuff for different businesses that has online presence. And only this year I decided that I do want to become like a spokesperson, be in front of my own business, because most of the time I wasn't. So weekly show is part of that. And secondly, if you do your weekly show like regularly on the same day of the week at the same time, you kind of train your customer to show up and ask you questions. And the longer your show goes and the more content you provide for people, they actually come and be on a live show. Like, for example, one of the people I work with is Crystal Crawford. She's an Access Certified Facilitator, and she's been doing her show for 2.5 years. And she basically been doing for every single week, like on Mondays. Not really sure what time. It's usually 11 time my time. So I'm not sure what's the EST time or PST time in America. And now, like, she regularly has like 30-50 people watching live. For example, I have now one person watching me. It's Rita. Thank you. I hope it's Rita. And so basically, like, to do it regularly, you train people that you're gonna show up every single week at the same time, so they actually becomes kind of part of their lives. It's almost like televisions usually run TV series the same time, the same week. So you actually know that your favorite show is going to be on that time. And sometimes you kind of get disappointed because the schedule changed. But even for you as doing weekly shows, the schedule can change. If you do it regularly enough, then like 1 or 2 episodes that has different schedule because of your travel or because of something else, it's not gonna affect the kind of your ratings. Another thing, you are starting to create content, and you're starting to create content for you can create. What can you do with the weekly show after you've done? You basically do the weekly live show on Facebook, and what do you do after that? So there are so many options you can do. You can turn it into the blog. You can turn it into upload it to YouTube. You can strip audio from the weekly show and add it to SoundCloud. You can add it to iTunes. You can actually create a podcast from it. And I can't show you like all in the details how it looks like, but these are just some of the options. And you basically it's almost you like a create, you can like I'm not sure how it would work. Like you basically create like a, I'm not sure with the Facebook how it shows. So basically here's your weekly show. Your weekly show. And so basically you can do YouTube. We're gonna do Spider-Man. You can do blog post on your website, because you basically can embed any live videos, not live videos. You upload it to YouTube and you can actually embed a video inside your blog, so it actually plays in your blog post. You can create a podcast on SoundCloud. I don't know if you can see it. And you can come up with any other things. And so, and another option, another place where how you actually make Spider, you basically create traffic to your weekly show. Like, let's say you do Facebook ads to promote your weekly show. You do Google ads. You promote it on your website or anywhere else. So this is a spider of your weekly show. Can you hear me? So that's what you basically do with your weekly show. You drive traffic to it, to one thing, and then you spread the thing by creating content. So what can you do with the content after that? Like for example, if you have a quiet week, you just can repurpose it. You just you can create different products out of it. You can get different ideas from like let's say I'm talking now about creating podcasts, so I got an idea. I can create an online class about how to create a podcast, because there's quite a lot steps and things to implement for it to happen. Because this is what one of my ideas, to turn this live show, upload it to YouTube, upload it to SoundCloud. So basically create the content. So I don't have to. This kind of is one of the easiest ways to come up with a content. So what do you need to create a weekly show? Like, first of all, you need a platform. Because at the more, like these days, you get many different places where you can stream live videos. One of it is YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Those are the most popular ones. So you can choose which where you have most like followers. Like, I'm starting with Facebook because I'm using Facebook most often, and eventually I wanna go into Instagram and go into live YouTube videos. But at the moment, this is my platform, and you can change. Let's say you've done 20 episodes and you decide that like YouTube live videos would work best for you, or Instagram would work best for you. Just change it up, but let your followers know in advance that that's what you're gonna do. Or you can do live shows either on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time, covering different topics. So that's one of the options. What you need is platform. Then you need day and time. If you do weekly show, like every week, what day you're gonna do it and what time you're gonna do it, and show up. It's the most important thing, showing up, because sometimes there are circumstances where you are, I don't know, stranded in the middle of like a forest with what's it, like a, when you have a problem with tires, punctured tire. So basically, if you have internet coverage, just do a live show from there, because it kind of would be interesting to see for your people, for your listeners, that you're kind of human. Things happen to you. Not things happen to you. Punctured tires are part of your life as well, and it's not just them. And they just get to see you, how you kind of deal with that. And you can definitely share what you learn from that experience. What else do you need? Like, I'm using, this is pretty much, and yeah, let everyone know that you're doing your live show. And especially if it's on Facebook, just post it on, I don't know, on your wall. Post it in your business page, invite people. But how I did it, which I haven't done it very well, but what I did it, I actually created Facebook events for both of my shows. So basically, I created an event that I'm starting today, and because in Facebook event you can set up days and times. So I set up that for the next 10 weeks, I'm gonna do it every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time. I'm gonna be doing a show, and add time and date links. And I add place where they can sign up if they wanna receive notification, and I can actually invite people in from that. The underneath the Facebook event, there is a button. You invite people, so people know that you are doing it. That's another way you can invite them. And Facebook is actually gonna remind them that show is happening. Like, even myself, Facebook constantly reminded me that I'm doing something. Okay, the next step is one of them is Facebook event. I actually created myself as well a landing page where people actually get where all information about show is there. So every time someone asks questions about when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, what it's all about, I can actually lead them to my landing page, where I give them time and date when the live show starts and when the next episode is going to be. They can actually, I created the link which is linked to the Google Calendar. So they basically can add my show to the Google Calendar, and I add it to my own calendar, because then my calendar is going to remind me I'm going to do a show, because I don't want to miss it. Because sometimes it is like I sit doing like something in my own business, And suddenly I remember, oh my god, I have a show today. And then I look at the like time on the clock to see whether I haven't missed it. So I don't wanna. I actually set up alarm for my on my mobile phone, and the Facebook reminds me, and the Google Calendar reminds me, because this is my first show, so it's kind of like wonky with the time. But as you go along, it's gonna become part of your life, and you will remember it. And it's almost like one of those things is like when your kids start to go to the school, and in the first year you have to go and pick them up, and first few days there may be like, oh my god, where are my kids? And then you remember they're at school, and then when the school is over, you're, oh my god, I have to go and pick them up, and you are late. And after a while it kind of becomes part of your routine. And that's another thing is creating live show. So it becomes part of your routine, it becomes part of you, it becomes you continuously show up for yourself and for your business. Because eventually if you have a day like, oh, I can't be bothered, and the thing is like I'm not sure how to like explain it. It's one of those things that kind of make, like, it's going to nudge you to and poke you that you have to do it, you have to do it, you have to do it. It's almost like my mom constantly reminds me to pay property tax. Don't tell her. Yeah, so basically it's, yeah, you basically it becomes such a big part of you that you just can't not do it. And that's what I want to do it myself. And that's what I did with 10 day video challenge. I want to do it so it becomes part of me. So I don't skip on it because I don't feel like doing it. Just basically get over yourself. So yeah, basically landing page has got everything, all the information. And you can actually, another part of landing page is a form where people sign up if they want to receive like notifications. Like for example, for me at the moment, it's gonna be like once a week I send out emails 24 hours before the live show starts with with my topic for the show. And basically people can ask me questions beforehand, so I get to answer them live. You obviously can ask them on a Facebook live show, but sometimes it's better when the question is like you already know what you're going to be talking about, and your client knows that you're going to be responding to the questions. I know that at the beginnings there won't be maybe one or two, but not that many questions. So I have to come up with the things to talk about. Like with technical stuff it's kind of easy, but with my first show it's kind of thing like you talk about abstract things, like what does business my way means to me. Like that was today's topic, like what does business my way means to me. And so it's sometimes nice when you rush, when you are in middle of travel or something and you just don't have any ideas. So the questions people ask you kind of helps that. And it's basically helps you create as well content that your clients would like to have. And another thing, form has to be connected to the email. Obviously you can go and like a longer way, like let's say you add instead of adding form and automated email, you can say, here is my email, if you want to ask questions just send them to me. But what I did is I created something, I signed up for something called Jot Forms, which allows you 5 forms on a free account. And you basically get to, you can submit your question there. And what it does, it actually sends the question, it sends the email to me to my email address that someone submitted a question. Plus, it uploads all the questions, all the information into Google Sheet. And what does it mean? Like, for example, let's say, instead of me going every single time someone sends me, I go into email and look for them. Let's say at the moment, maybe, okay, it's 1 or 2 questions. But when you get 20, 30 questions, you don't want to go looking through them, through your inbox. So you just basically go to your Google Sheet and all the questions are there. You can choose which one you're going to answer on a live show. And what I'm going to do is when there are more questions and I can answer on a live show, I'm actually going to be creating either tutorials or blog posts or some sort of content. So it's basically as well, my clients give me information what they want to know and I can create content. Because organizations like Google, Facebook, they like content, and instead of you coming up with your own content, your clients give you the content. You just need to put the words to it. So that's another option. Okay, so just to make it automated and actually collect email addresses, you need landing page, sign up form, and automated email. That's like a quickest like a sales funnels. And as I was showing you into this spider drawing, you basically draw traffic. One of those can be landing page that you can share everywhere you want. And it's the easiest way to actually share information instead of it's nice to have a personal touch. It's nice to let people know, you send the message to your Facebook friends, but you don't do like a copy and paste. Just make it like a personal. Ask them how they are and tell them that this is what you're doing. And that's how you create traffic. And landing page is almost like a business card for your anything you do. And this in this case for your weekly show. So, just gonna show you another. So, you basically have a landing page. I'm actually not sure how Facebook. It's showing correctly. Let's do this. So, landing page with a form, and that form leads to email. I can't draw backwards. And they get an email. And then in email you mention them where you're gonna do live show, like in my case in this group or on my business page, what time it starts, what is the topic, link to the question submission form is if that's the way you want to go. So basically make it as easy as possible for your people, for your people to find you, to contact you, to ease for me with these things is one of the most important things, and I always looking for easy way to do something. So, and it's gonna make your life easier as well. And if you make it easy for your customer and you make easy for yourself, all the systems that you don't need to put a lot of time maintaining and looking after, you basically can create more stuff. You can create more products, you can create more classes, and you can nurture your customer, because you're not going to be busy doing lots of stuff like managing, copying email addresses from one place to another place and looking through your emails where you got this thing and you got this thing and you can't find it. So instead of doing that, the system does it for you. And then what you can do, as I said, you turn your weekly show into the podcast. And that's probably we're going to be talking some other time. And I'm going to be creating as well a class on how actually technically showing how to do that. Because I've been doing it for my client, for Crystal. and I'm gonna be doing it for myself, so then it will be easier for me to show you how to do it, and you can do it for your business as well. And if you don't want to do it, you can always hire someone to do it for you, either it's me or if it's someone else, because I do have clients who just can't be bothered with all this stuff. For me, I find it really fun and easy to do these things. I can do graphics, I can do content, I can put systems together. I love it, but there are some people who don't want to do it. And eventually me as well, I will have to hire someone to do it for me, because the more my business grows, I want to create my own team who does things for me as well. And thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have a question, just comment on this video or send me through the submission form. I'm gonna post it somewhere in a group where you can easily find it. And thank you very much. And thank you for listening to me and watching to me. And I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.